iPhone 8 Plus battery replacement guide. The tools we're going to need are a Y00, also referred to as a tri-wing screwdriver, a proprietary pentalobe screwdriver that has 5 teeth, a standard 00 Phillips head screwdriver, tweezers for managing screws, a plastic prying tool also referred to as a spudger for disconnecting connections, a suction cup for pulling the screen apart, a triangular plastic pick tool for separating the screen from the phone, also a metallic tool for separating the screen from the phone. Before we begin, make sure that the phone is powered down completely. Near the lightning charging port, there are 2 pentalobe screws. Go ahead and use the pentalobe screwdriver, the one with 5 teeth, to remove the 2 screws. With the 2 pentalobe screws removed, we can go ahead and start separating the phone. Here's a tip: if you have a cracked screen, use a piece of plastic packing tape to put over the screen so you can get a good solid suction with the cup. The suction cup should be placed as close as possible to the home button. Go ahead and place the suction cup in the following orientation. Flip over the phone, and as you tug on the suction cup and pinching the phone frame with your thumb and middle finger, go ahead and insert the metallic tool right underneath the home button. Once you insert it, tip it back and forth, left to right, to create a separation. Once you create the separation, you want to insert the plastic prying pick into the crack, like you see here. Now go ahead and tip back and forward again, and then slide left to right to cause the separation to enlarge. Now go ahead and slide it down the side of the phone, like you see here, on one side all the way to the bottom. Then flip the phone and slide it on the opposite side just the same way, all the way down to the bottom. With both sides separated, what we want to do is we want to separate the top now. So just start at the top here, going around the corner nice and gently, and just slide it all the way down and separate the seam. With it completely separated, you can just fold it open like a book. We'll need to disconnect the battery first, and to do that we'll need to remove the battery cover. It's secured with 4 Phillips head screws. Go ahead and remove those 4 Phillips head screws. Make sure to put them in the orientation in which you take them out. They're all different sizes, so they'll need to go back into their respective socket. Go ahead and remove the cover. Now, using a plastic prying tool, go ahead and get underneath the battery connector, which is the second one up from the bottom. Once it's disconnected, just go ahead and tuck it over to the side. The battery is attached to the phone with 4 pull tabs. These are Apple proprietary battery pull tabs. Although they provide great adhesion, they are highly unpredictable and sometimes do not come apart correctly. Go ahead and start by loosening up a corner with your plastic prying tool or thumb, and get the tab going. Now once you get it going, go ahead and start pulling it away from the battery very slowly. In many cases, just like you see here, a lot of the times it'll rip. Go ahead and try to rescue the tab. If you can't, just move on to the next tab. And this one here as well, it ripped. Go ahead and try to rescue it with tweezers, or however you can get it going again, and then just try to pull it out. This tab came out about halfway, and then we just left it, moved on to the bottom tabs. This bottom tab here, get that going. Once you get that going, start pulling it out. It's very crucial that the bottom tabs you pull out very slowly, and then you get as much of the tab out as you can. Because if all else fails, we'll be prying in from the bottom. Majority of the tab came out on that pull, and then this last tab here comes out quite nicely and all the way completely. Now this video is sped up, and so everything was done a lot slower than you see here. Go ahead and pry in with a plastic prying tool once you get as much of the tabs out as you can. If you got all 4 out, the battery will lift right up. If you didn't, you'll have to pry it out slightly and carefully, like you see here. And you can see right here, right underneath, half of those tabs are still left over right there. Go ahead and clean them up, and we're ready to install the new battery. Reassembly. Now we'll use double-sided M3 tape. Cut out 2 small pieces. We don't want to place them over the wireless charging pad, so we'll just place them over on the side here. One on the bottom and one in the top. And then we'll use our tweezers to remove the adhesive protectant layer. And then we can just lay our new battery right in. Once we got it aligned properly, go ahead and reconnect it, and we're good. Now go ahead and place the bracket back over and secure it with 4 Phillips head screws. Remember, those screws are different sizes, so make sure that you place them into their correct socket. Alright, we're ready to clamp up the phone. Just go ahead and close it up like a book. Start in the top left corner and start applying a little bit of pressure, closing the seams. Flip it over on the other side. Make sure that any of the waterproof adhesive is out of the way, and that you get a nice sealed edge all the way across. Go all the way around, apply some pressure. Now reinstall the 2 pentalobe screws near the charging port. Just place them in and secure them with the pentalobe screwdriver. Now go ahead, power on, and test the phone. Thanks for watching, and check out more awesome videos at appledollars.com.